We need this. Now we got to keep stacking them, keep them rolling. Raider Nation, we back. We on the road.
Great win back home in Texas, and we're bringing it to Las Vegas, baby. On to the next one. Get a couple day break. On to the next one.
Hey, man. Feel good to come in here and get a dub. We finished the game right, and we got the assassin. Finish this thing off. There we go. Get a dub.
Let me get some turkey. I'm trying to get back to the West Coast. Need some turkey.
How about them Raiders?
Raiders! Let's go!
Welcome, Raider Nation, to Raiders Game Day Week 12 edition. I'm Vince Sapienza, in for Aaron Coscarelli. That is a man who needs no introduction. A semifinalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Eric Allen. EA, a lot to be thankful about on this fine Thanksgiving, but maybe nothing more than a Week 12 win.
Oh, man, what a great Thanksgiving present that the Silver and Black gave to us, all us Raider fans. I mean, just a critical football game to go down to Dallas on a short week. You have to fly on Wednesday. You don't get much practice time. Hats off to the coaching staff of the Silver and Black getting this W, because on a short week, it's all about coaching and the message you send.
Short week, on the road, prime time, everyone watching, 36-33 overtime win, and some may call it a season-saving victory for the Silver and Black. Here is what is on tap on Raiders Game Day. We've got the game highlights, player and coach reaction, plus we'll show you a few features, how the Raiders are giving back to their community as they always do. But EA, we have to start in this first half, and it started with a bang.
Yes.
Dak Prescott, you got the Cowboy, you got the Star, you got Jerry World, you got all the excitement.
And the Silver and Black was represented in the building, too.
That's right. They were very loud in that game. Now, here's Jonathan Abram, a big first possession opening stop for the Raider Nation, setting the tone.
What a great job Jonathan Abram does in the middle of the football field. And then you go right at the #1 DB in the league with your #1 tight end. First down, let's go.
You get the horse running in Darren Waller, and then this is what Raider Nation has been asking for since they signed him.
Look at that. D-Jack's first target of the day, takes it to the house. D-Jack, what an incredible free agent pickup for this football team. The third week he's in the offense, and you can tell he was targeted, and he was really the spotlight. He just runs away. This is what he does. He runs away from coverage. The DB tries to undercut it. Safety takes a poor angle. And again, at 30, whatever, he's still ability to catch and run. One of the best that ever do it.
56-yard touchdown, 7-0. More importantly, the Raiders had the lead. They weren't chasing for the first time, but here the Cowboys respond. Dak Prescott.
Again, Dallas Cowboys doing a pretty good job of really focusing on that Raiders rush and then throwing kind of behind it, kind of a playbook from the Kansas City Chiefs a couple weeks ago. But again, it all came down to the Raiders, Derek Carr making tremendous plays. You see 3rd and 8. And our man B&E Edwards making it happen.
We could go a full hour on these highlights, but it was little moments like that 3rd and 8, getting the first down by Brian Edwards. This defensive pass interference caused by DeSean.
Let's go, #1.
Once again, making an impact in this game, and it leads to this. Get this man going.
That's right.
Feed him gobble on the turkey day.
On Thanksgiving Day, you gotta pay respect to John Madden, and John Madden loves some running game, some guys up front, the big uglies pushing it, and our guy, Josh Jacobs, into the end zone.
All right, now that was good. Here's where things get a little murky, let's just say. Another great catch throw, D. Carr to D. Waller, but you hate to see this. It was on his face from the moment, grabs his left knee. He would try multiple times in the next quarter or so to try and get that leg going, but he would not return. A big question mark moving forward.
Huge question mark. He's a catalyst for this offense, one of the better players in the National Football League. Hopefully, it's a quick return for Darren Waller.
But as we know, adversity strikes. The game doesn't stop, so people got to step up. Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
Doing his thing.
He has to be the guy to fill that role, to be the catalyst to be able to run the football. But I love this part of his game. This is something he wanted to focus on coming into this year, to be able to catch the ball out the backfield and get great yards after the catch.
Now, a little frustration. Obviously, they get in the red zone. They don't capitalize with the points, but Daniel Carlson hits that 22-yarder, 17-6, and then Dak and the boys put together, you know, a little more than a 2-minute drive to get back into action. This is what's tough.
It's frustrating because you got to make a play on the ball. We just have to have better ball awareness in the defensive backfield at times.
Tony Pollard proved to be a real problem in this one.
We circled him. I mean, Tony Pollard is really the best running back on that football team right now. He does a little bit of everything for that team.
So 17-13 at the half. Zeke Elliott getting in right there. What were your takeaways from that first half? Because I think, and I say this speaking for Raider Nation at the moment, I think it was a little surprising to see them jumping out to the lead early, keeping the lead late despite that 2-minute drill from the Cowboys and going in the half with the lead.
Vince, I think all of us Raider Nation wanted a quick start, right, from the offense, and we got that today. We knew if you have a quick start, you get up, you have chances for your defensive line to dominate the game. And they didn't dominate like we usually see, but they kept enough pressure on this football team with some 3-and-outs. And then Jonathan Abram, I thought, played a really good football game in the middle of the football field, keeping those crossing routes to a minimum. They were able to really jump on top of this Dallas Cowboys football team in the first half.
And those guys who popped in the first half popped in the second half as well. It's one thing to get the lead. It's another thing to keep it and sustain it. And here we go on the Raiders' second drive of the second half. Hunter Renfrow. How good is this guy,
I mean, so good. I mean, at the receiver position, he does such a great job inside with his routes and then being able to really have the shifty route running to be able to run those across the field and get open. Just great job by Derek, and this is what you love to see here. Derek outside the pocket, making plays with his legs, finding room. Again, another little injury here, but this is important. Getting Marcus involved in the red zone creates a whole different package for defenses to look at.
And this was another thing I think Raider Nation was clamoring for. When are we going to see Marcus Mariota? He's getting paid a pretty penny on the sidelines. They want to see him involved. They want to see him make an impact. He does it on this touchdown.
Yeah, the RPO, just great for him, knowing that he's going to keep the ball, has a nose for the end zone, gets in, helps this Raider football team get up on Dallas again.
So it's 24-13, middle of the third, and you think things are looking real nice.
Right. Who's this guy?
And then Tony Pollard just decides to turn on the Jets. The ref falls down. Everybody can't catch Tony Pollard, 100 yards.
Such an exceptional player. But again, who's our guy? Number 24 again shows up. Like I said, Abram had a really great day in the box and around the box, making plays. This is when he is at his best.
And that was a game maybe saving as we look back on the game. That's game saving, stopping that 2-point conversion. But look, DC says, hey, you're going to put Mariota in? Check out my wheels, EA. That's what he says. Hey, check out these wheels. 22 yards on that scramble.
Yeah, this is really the missing link for all quarterbacks to be able to make plays with their legs outside the pocket when the play breaks down. Derek Carr, this is what makes you great.
Daniel Carlson, money 46-yarder, makes it 27-19. Cowboys would answer 2 drives later, and again, a lot of explosive plays.
That's a good ball. That's good coverage, better ball.
Hard to be upset with that one. Greg the Leg, 29-yarder, makes it a 5-point game early in the fourth. So 12 minutes to go. Raiders ensuing drive, Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah.
I mean, we keep talking about him, and I'm running out of stuff to say. Beats everybody.
Right, just savvy, smart to understand, and way to stay alive if you're Derek Carr. So big-time safeties, they're going to split the middle of the field. He's going to come down on that number 2 safety and that number 2 receiver, and Hunter understands the open part of this football field and gives Derek a great target to throw to.
Again, red zone kind of becoming, but Daniel Carlson, they get points out of a 30-yarder. It's an 8-point game, but here come the Cowboys once again answering the bell.
Woo! That rush, finally. It's relentless, and he gets there, Unique, with another sack, 8th of the year.
And that's the difference when we talk about high energy, high motor. Late in the fourth quarter, when the D-line is exhausted, they continue to come.
It's relentless, and it all starts in practice. Being relentless, and another great throw by Dak, pretty good coverage, better throw, better catch, but what does it lead to?
So here's where Raider Nation started to get a little bit nervous.
You have to.
They started feeling that turkey in their stomach a little more.
Time of possession really haunts us. We need to be able to play complimentary football, but here's number one again. DeSean Jackson making plays again.
I mean, he's making positive plays. Now, here we are. Daniel Carlson, I believe this is the career-long 56-yarder for him. Gives the Raiders a 33-30 lead, gives their defense a chance to make a stop, but Dak and the boys once again going down the field. Dallin Levitt.
So close, so close. He's around the ball last week, around the ball this week. We just have to make that play on the ball.
That's what we talk about, game of inches.
That's right.
In the NFL. So we would go to overtime, and, there was a little bit of an issue with the coin toss. Foster Moreau didn't know what he wanted to call. It didn't go his way, but the game did go his way. Let's take a look at overtime and see how this one played out, EA.
And again, you're nervous because you're down in Dallas, and the referees have been a big part of this game, right? All the penalties. But it's all about making sure you find a way to pressure the pocket. He's not comfortable on the run outside the pocket since that surgery. And then here's how you respond.
Josh Jacobs, 21-yarder, getting into Cowboy territory and really flipping the field, flipping the momentum, and all of a sudden it looks like Raiders are going to do some things. 3rd and 18, DC dialing it up.
Yes.
Hey, oh no, but we've got Pion. The refs, they were a big part of this game.
They were a big part.
A lot of penalty yards, but that one's going the Silver Blacks' way.
Yeah, that's right. Offensive line in the overtime did their job. They did a really phenomenal job of providing pressure, holding up against the pass, giving holes for the run. Offensive line in the overtime was really clutch and key, allowing the Raiders to line up, kick the field goal so we can all enjoy the stuffing, the cranberry sauce.
And that pumpkin pie.
The pumpkin pie and Miss Allen's macaroni and cheese.
Here is the final stats provided by Sports Water. 509 total yards. The offense exploded. 366 passing yards. The Raiders now 6-0 when Derek Carr passes for over 300 yards, and I think this is the stat everybody's going to love, or the two, 28 first downs, nearly 40 minutes of time of possession, completely flipping what we saw the past couple weeks.
That's right. Time of possession is key because if you have that time possession, you're taking the ball away from their offense. Their offense doesn't have the chance to score on our defense. Our defense is really solid for about 3.5 quarters if it's, if the time possession is equal. Once you start getting over that, 40, 45 time possession on the opposing team, our defense is worn out.
After those highlights, I'm worn out. But we are going to continue to push through because that's what we do here on Raiders Game Day. After the break, we are going to hear from Raiders interim head coach Rich Bisaccia following that 36-33 overtime win.
Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation made to chill. And by Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com.
Exciting for the men in that room to keep competing to the bitter end and come out on the winning end of that thing. It was, I'd say you look at it and it's very comparable, both teams. We had some explosive plays and gave up some explosive plays. They had some explosive plays and gave up some explosive plays, and there was turnovers, basically going through that. We gave a big play in the kicking game, and then we came back and played really well in the punt game. I think we downed them inside the 20 4 times, and then on their 2-point conversion, John makes a big tackle down there. Really good play by them, and it just gets itself into overtime, and we converted when we needed to, and I thought we ran the ball better at the end of the game, and just gave ourselves multiple chances, obviously, to kick a winning field goal, and the 56-yard obviously was big. Protection was good on all that. So we ended up on the winning end today. I'm really excited for the effort and that they've been putting in here now for the last month, and we haven't come up on the winning side for a few of these, and they did today. So, again, really excited for the men in there and the way in which they played throughout the entire game. So it's good to get a win.
Rich, you talked about.
Whoa. Okay, one at a time, please.
Does anything surprise you about this league week to week? And for you guys to come back 4 days after losing the third straight, what does that say about your club?
Well, I think, it's the Thursday night game, and everybody has to play one, and it was the same thing for them, and they were actually on the road, and they had to come back and do it. So I thought we had a really good week of preparation. I think our strength conditioning coach, AJ, did a great job with our guys and the things that we had set up ahead of time to do, and coaches on offense and defense had a lot of preparation going into the game, going into the week of practice, what we were going to do, how we were going to handle it, and I commend our guys. We stayed a little bit later on Monday night, and we shortened the week as we got going, and I thought they looked fresh, and they played to the bitter end with really good energy.
You've talked about.
Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. That was interim head coach Rich Bisaccia. And EA, we just saw the graphic at the bottom of the screen, the penalties, 14 per team. Now, we normally see penalties when it's a short week, especially for a team on the road, but that, even in itself, was a lot.
It was a lot, and Coach Rich has to deal with a lot, being his first time having to deal with a short week Thanksgiving game. A lot of credit, because you have to really communicate exactly what you want, what the tempo needs to be, how you have to play with urgency if you are the Las Vegas Raiders because of the last 3 weeks, and to get this team to continue to fight and be relentless from the first snap to overtime. Credit goes out again to Coach Rich. He's done a fantastic job this week of getting this football team prepared. But you got to take care of the penalties, guys. Come on now.
Committing penalties, no good. Drawing penalties, very good. And coming up after the break, EA is going to tell you why D-Jax was a master on Turkey Day. Stay with us. Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. Vince Sapienza, Eric Allen. The Raiders, a 36-33 overtime win here in Week 12 in Dallas. EA, a lot of game balls could go out.
Yes.
But there's one guy in particular that really popped for you.
Yes, for sure. DeSean Jackson is kind of what we've been waiting for, right, since he arrived. We understand what kind of impact he can make for this football team, the speed element. Everything about DeSean Jackson is about speed. It's about taking over possessions, taking over key plays. And this is really what we learned from DeSean Jackson from the time he stepped into the building. He wanted to be an impact player, taking the game and taking it over. He had some terrific plays today, and here we're going to see DeSean Jackson making some big-time plays for our Las Vegas Raiders. And again, first start, he's in the inside slot right here, so now you can tell if he's single, if it's a zone, but again, it gives him an opportunity to run across the field from being so close to the formation. Let's roll it. And right away, gets off press. You're trying to get a linebacker to kind of chip him, but Derek throws an incredibly accurate ball, and this is what he does as good as anyone, is to run after the catch. Because remember, he was a punt returner at times. So once again, Derek Carr stepping up in the pocket. He sees the separation, throws a pretty accurate ball, tries to undercut it. Safe doesn't know about the speed factor of DeSean Jackson. He just basically outruns it. Can't teach that stuff.
Teach speed.
And he's used to being the high-flying impact player. And again, this is what it's about here. Being in the slot gives him the ability to run across the formation and run away from the corner, and Derek can just throw it out to a spot. And that's really what the magic is Derek Carr's ability to throw it away and out, and you can never underthrow a guy like DeSean Jackson. Once again, here we go, DeSean Jackson on the outside part of the football field, and sometimes it's not going to show up in the stats, but this is what we like. Here we go. With 4 seconds left, 3rd and 6, just throw it out there. Just throw it out there, because you know what? He's either going to catch it because he's a great tracking ability, or he's going to get a call. Brown had a bad day today trying to cover DeSean Jackson.
He'll forget this Thanksgiving,
yeah, for sure. So again, that lines up into a touchdown. And so come back again. DeSean Jackson on the edge. He's off the ball right now, so he can't get pressed. We got cornerback playing about 7-8 yards off. DeSean Jackson, again, shows you what speed can do. He backs that corner off and is able to give Derek Carr an easy reception down the football field. Look at that. Look at the DB. That DB is getting out of there. And this is what you get when you have that speed. You're able to run him off, and he had such an impact today. He was a catalyst of this offense when our guy Waller went out. We want to see more and more of this, DeSean Jackson's input on this football team, and particularly on the offense.
3 catches, 102 yards, that touchdown, the 56-yarder. He now has 34 touchdowns, over 50 yards. That's second all-time behind only
the GOAT, Jerry Rice.
That's a stat to behold. Coming up after the break, we're going to hear from DC. Stay with us.
This segment of Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in.
That's never fun, especially the losing Waller part. It's up there. I mean, it was good. I mean, no one thought we were going to win this game. I mean, don't really blame you for how we played the last week, Paul. But we did, and you were wrong. So that felt good because I love you. But I don't know. I don't rank those things. It was fun. I gave it my all, just like I always do. We just executed better today. You know, the penalties obviously helped, and they were legitimate things that, you know, that happened. You know, we kept saying, you know, they're holding. You know, if they don't hold us, we feel like we're going to hit those plays. You know what I mean? You know, I thought that for our whole team, everything that's gone on, for us to be able to bounce back, it says a lot about the football character of the men. And is Josh here? Josh not here. But to answer his question, like, you know, that's why I believe, you know, that we can do, you know, keep going and make it a good run.
You guys have talked about playing complementary.
Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. Vince Sapienza, Eric Allen. You just heard from Raiders quarterback Derek Carr, who is now 6-0 this season when throwing for over 300 yards in EA. Derek Carr is the guy who puts this team on his shoulders, win, lose, or draw. And for a team that hasn't won in more than 4 weeks, to do it on a short week on the road when nobody think you can, and he put it on his shoulders again.
He did, Vince, and he looked really good today. I mean, it looked like he got his confidence back in the offense, design, the flow. I mean, he was really dealing today. It looked a lot like the Derek Carr we saw in those first 3 or 4 weeks. His ability to stand in the pocket, make crisp throws like that on time, not really questioning, you know, what defense they were in. He was like, hey, you know what? My guy is better than your guy, and I'm going to let him have it. And again, look at this. Great design, offensive play to get your guy open. He was dealing today for the most part. But again, we're going to see the numbers here, and these are all great players. I played against 2 of those guys. Marino, I played against Manning. Those other guys too young. But the other things that a lot of those guys didn't do, what Derek did today, outside the pocket. How many, I mean, critical runs did he have? How many critical
22-yard
plays?
scramble, the escapability.
Extending the plays. That's when Derek Carr is at his best, Vince, when he's extending plays, when he's helping that offensive line protect him by moving a little bit left, moving a little bit right, and then sometimes getting out and running the football. That part of his game is going to continue to get better.
And to really magnify these short weeks, you know, you're really relying on the veterans, especially the quarterback, to guide this team, to pull this team in. And they fought to the very bitter end, and just, again, a tremendous team effort for the Raiders as they are now 6-5 on the season. Raiders Game Day rolls on, and when we return, we will show you how the Silver and Black are giving back this holiday season.
It's such a privilege here to be a part of the Salvation Army and the community of Southern Nevada that just rallies when people are experiencing need. We're here partnered with Allegiant Stadium, with the great Raiders, also with Zappos for Good, and we're able just to come together and help over 1,000 families have everything they need for Thanksgiving.
This is so amazing to be right here, Raiders country, here at Allegiant Stadium, partnering with Zappos. It's just amazing that we get to serve the community in this way.
I grew up having a Thanksgiving and having a Christmas because of people at the Salvation Army that loved me in my need, and my mom who struggled with addiction. They knew that even though she had her struggles and her sicknesses, that they were there to be helpers and to be a support. And from the time I was 11 years old, I knew this is all I wanted to do with my life. And so being able to be in this place, in this community, is such a gift and a privilege for me. I feel really honored that this is how I get to spend my days. So Vegas gets a bad rap, and we talk about Sin City and all these things, but that's not what you see in the community. You know, you see the organizations, you see the sports teams, you see the companies, the corporations, and the families and the individuals all the way down. Just coming to say, we're here for you and we see you, you belong and you're not alone. And I hope that people who live in Southern Nevada understand the community vibe that we have and the love that we have from each other, because this isn't everywhere in our world, but this is absolutely Vegas, and this is absolutely Southern Nevada.
Well, welcome back to Raiders Game Day. Vince Sapienza alongside Eric Allen and EA. We hear Las Vegas all the time, and people have this one train of thought when they hear the city's name, but then you see features like this, and you remember it is a community, and the Raiders make sure that is at the forefront of what they do.
Without a doubt, since the professional teams have come to Las Vegas, it's just been money for this organization, particularly the Las Vegas Raiders, just doing so much in the community every single week. Off season, you always see this organization putting its best foot forward in the community.
And I know that normally it's not just us. Marcel Reese usually joins us. He's with the team in Dallas, but he's also had a busy week. Part of the Marcel Reese Foundation, he's provided meals this season. Take a look.
Today is the annual Thanksgiving event. The Las Vegas Raiders, we love our community. Whatever community we're in, we want to make sure we embrace that community. They say this is the heart of Las Vegas, and we wanted to come in the heart of Las Vegas and show them love. Thanksgiving is one of our favorite holidays of the year because it's not about gifts, it's just about love, it's about being intentional, and it's about time. And of course, food. So today, we want to make sure that these families didn't have to worry about what was going on their kitchen table on Thanksgiving night. We want to embrace them by giving them everything they can possibly need, including a turkey for Thanksgiving, and we want to be here to do it. So if anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Marcel Reese. Played for the Raiders for 10 years, and you heard all that, but tonight, it's not about me, it's about all of you. It's about this community right here. The Marcel Reese Foundation just came about of just wanting to give back to my community. Where I come from in Inglewood, California, give them things that I didn't necessarily have when I was growing up, and just try and do something different. Not just check a box, but be intentional with our time, be intentional with our efforts, and be intentional with our resources. We try and do something different every year, but we chose this specific centers because this group was basically based around single parents, teen parents, moms and dads who needed help, seniors as well, who were raising young children. And we wanted to make sure that, they had one less thing to worry about for the holidays.
Can't say enough about the work Marcel does here in the community. I know you've known him for a long time, and this isn't anything new for you or for him. This is just what it means to be a Raider.
Yeah, he is just so money. He really, when you talk about Raiders football and the Raiders organization, he just does such an outstanding job of showing you exactly what a Raider is all about. Once a Raider, always a Raider, but he is on the front lines of this Raiders organization in the community. And that's kind of what we really respect about Marcel Moses, his ability to be inside the facility, but more importantly, outside the facility, making it happen.
We just shined a light on Marcel Reese, but coming up, we are going to shine a light on this man, Hall of Fame person, and hopefully a soon-to-be Hall of Fame player. EA, Eric Allen, we're talking about you. Get him in. We'll be right back.
This segment of Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders.
My name is Raquela Davis. I'm 16 years old. I go to Las Vegas High School. I play flag football, and I am a safety. I am part of a community service organization called Leaders in Training. Thank you so much to Intermountain Healthcare and the Raiders for giving me this opportunity. For me to be selected as the Impact Player of the Week, I feel encouraged to keep going with my community service, as well as pushing more for the future of flag football.
Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. Vince Sapienza, Eric Allen. It is the season of giving, and the Raiders are giving us heart problems after that sensational final in Dallas, a 36-33 overtime win. We talked about the game, but right now, we're shining light on this man, Eric Allen, who this past month found out he is a semifinalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and to say well-deserved would be an understatement. EA, how you feeling?
I feel great. It's kind of like a belated birthday gift, right? My birthday was on the 22nd. We find out the great news about the Hall of Fame semifinalists. So excited. for myself and then my family and then all of the great coaches and mentors that have been in my life since I was like 7 years old. You know, all those people have reached out to me this week. So it's a great chance for me to kind of reach back and say thank you and hopefully, you know, send you invitation to, you know, Canton
That's right.
coming next year.
Well, those invites better be getting ready to go in the mail because I got a good feeling. When you talk about reaching back, let's look back. Look at this.
The flashback.
Look at these shoulder pads.
We got to go back.
First.
You're talking about going back. We got to go back here playing against Jake the Snake. And just trying to make my teammates better. That's what it's all about, Vince. You try and live up to, you know, your expectations and being the best, and then hopefully it rubs out and rubs off on your teammates.
I see you trying to look for the camera after those PBUs. I see you trying to find it.
I'm just trying to make plays, Vince. I'm just trying to make plays, help this football team win. And another big thing about it is that's what it's all about. Getting the ball and getting in the end zone. That's what it's all about. We had great Raider legends who have played this position before, and Willie Brown and Lester Hayes, and one of my favorites, Mike Haynes, along with my guy, Charles Woodson. But I just want to make sure when I put on this jersey, I was able to get it going and do some of that.
I saw you cut it inside.
If you go inside, you got to go to the house.
You better have it. Okay, let's look at this resume. All right, 6-time Pro Bowler.
Okay.
First team All-Pro, two-time second-team All-Pro.
Right.
54 career INTs.
Okay, Vince, let me explain the 54 and then the touchdown.
Talk to me.
The 54 interceptions were all at the cornerback spot. I didn't have to go to safety to get 20 or 30. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Pure cornerback, cover guy.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Did some homework. The only NFL player to run back 3 INTs for touchdowns, 2 separate seasons. That's you.
I think that's 21. I think that's 21. I think that's EA. But listen. I had great pressure guys in Philly. And then when I got here to the Raiders, I mean, man, that defense just got turned around. My great friend William Thomas was a part of that, always competing in practice. And I think that's the one thing that elevated my play is the great competition from all of my teammates and trying to be the guy who can end the game with a pick or a pass breakup. And hopefully that's enough to get us to Canton.
There have been some great defensive plays in the history of the National Football League, but NFL Films dubbed your INT as the greatest interception return in NFL history. If that is not enough, we know Raider Nation is going to have your back. Well-deserved Hall of Fame person, Hall of Fame player, Eric Allen. Right there. We are not done on Raiders Game Day. We're going to continue to pump his tires and talk about entertainment. We're going to talk about Grambling State.
Yes.
The marching band. They were in town. We'll show you a little behind-the-scenes footage and talk about their impact at Allegiant Stadium straight ahead.
This is a great experience. This is my first time to Vegas, actually, so it's just like, wow, we're really here. That's how it really feels. It's like it doesn't even feel real that we're here, and we've been working hard for this moment nonstop.
Thank y'all for allowing us to come.
Yes, it's an honor.
It's a great honor. I'm ready for the great experience, ready to keep making history.
I am from Las Vegas, Nevada. I didn't think on my freshman year that I'll be able to come back home and perform in my college band. So I was just overwhelmed with excitement. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. This is so cool.
Yes, this performance has been in the works for a while, so to be here now, it was well worth the wait. The students are excited. I'm excited to be able to enjoy this moment with them. I've been to Vegas 4 times, but to come back with my students and to be able to share this moment with them, it just means a whole lot.
She honestly announced it to like the whole band. We was like, Las Vegas?
What? Are you serious?
For some of them, this will be their first NFL performance. And for others, it will be, you know, one of many. We get calls quite often from various NFL teams, and we're just thankful when they reach out and say, you know, hey, can you guys come and perform halftime? We want the best show on earth. And so we make sure that we bring it to them, and for us to be here and for this to be another first for the band means a lot. First band to perform for the Raiders in Las Vegas at the new stadium. Can't get much better than that.
Getting here for practice, we had to adjust to the NFL thirds and the NFL field because it's different from college and collegiate fields. So that was a little slight adjustment during practice, but we ran through the performance like normal. You know, we stretched, came take care of business.
I've never been in a practice stadium like this before, so that's really cool. That's really cool.
You talk about, EA, an experience for these kids to be able to perform at an NFL stadium. But I can tell you, I remember Week 7 against the Eagles. Halftime's normally the time everybody goes to concessions, gets a few more drinks. Nobody left their seat because they wanted to witness this marching band.
Unbelievable. First, we understand Grambling just being a traditional, great HBCU powerhouse, started with the great Coach Robinson. But that event was just off the charts. I called and texted all my buddies, hey, you know what? Don't miss the halftime. It was one of the most spectacular halftimes as far as the Raiders have been this season, but not my favorite.
Oh, that's
not my favorite.
We call a tease. Now, again, as you mentioned, there's been quite a few performances. Here is a look at just some of the entertainment at Allegiant Stadium. So if that was not your favorite.
That Week 1.
Last night, Ice Cube too short?
Oh, that's my guy, Ice Cube.
Well, I know if Marcel was here, Chris Angel would be at the top of his list.
Oh, that was crazy. That was bananas.
50-yard line, about 200 feet in the air.
Spinning around.
I was a big fan of the Hall of Fame ceremonies myself.
For sure.
Just what a phenomenal. Anytime you can look back at the history of this league and see the impact of what it means now.
And all those gold jackets that were sitting there, you know, it was incredible. And then Charles Woodson, the speech, you know, gave you chill bumps. See how far that young man has come with his career. But when Ice Cube came on, I was ready to go. I was giddy. I was excited. That's my guy from California. So, but Mr. Davis and this Raiders organization has done an outstanding job with the halftime performances.
And to think, Allegiant Stadium just getting started. We are still rolling here on Raiders Game Day. After the break, we are going to look at Salute to Service Week and Weekend here on Raiders Game Day.
Today, you know, here in Nevada State Veterans Home is big for both of us because we appreciate people. It's about caring for people. It's about caring. Mark Davis cares, Al Davis cared, and the Raider organization and the Raider Foundation, they care about people. That's why we're here today, because we're here to salute our military for the service that they've provided for us.
For so many great heroes at the Nevada State Veterans Home, to see the individuals that are here, it's humbling to get a chance to say hello and meet you. And once again, we all owe you a debt of gratitude. Thank you for your service, and thanks for including the Las Vegas Raiders in your day today. We appreciate you very much.
I think that sometimes we forget the privileges and the freedoms that we have, where they came from, and the price that was paid to get them. None of that's possible without these guys. I mean, it means the world to me, and I'm very appreciative of it.
It's going to be somewhere. I know one thing. This is history making right here. Here we go.
Look at that. Have you been here before?
No, I haven't.
And look at how beautiful.
It is very beautiful. It really is.
Nice.
This has always been big. My father was in the Navy. That's the branch that he served. But as I got older, I started realizing the real value of those people that leave their homes, their families, their children to go abroad to defend my life. That right there is a hero. That's my hero. They're my heroes. It's an honor for me to be here. It really is.
Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. Vince Sapienza, Eric Allen. Raider Nation going to sleep mighty fine this evening as they go on top in Dallas, 36-33 in overtime. EA, we cannot understate how big of a win this is for the Silver and Black.
A complete win, okay? Both sides of the football making plays, playing complementary football, and that's the best kind of football, particularly on Thanksgiving. Derek Carr, shout out to him, having a huge day, targeting DeSean Jackson several times, the running game on point. You even saw Derek Carr outside the pocket making plays with the legs, and then, of course, that defensive line in Ngakoue, Crosby continuing to put pressure on Dak Prescott. Congratulations to this football team.
Big Week 12 win. It is the season of giving. It is also the time of year the National Football League does the salute to service. And as we saw in that feature, the Raiders of the past also make sure they do it right here in the community, as well as the active players in the Raiders organization.
We are at Nellis Air Force Base right now. Get to see what the Air Force does on a day in, day out basis. Robots, blowing stuff up.
Fire in the hole!
You may engage your core. That's the last one, right?
It's a fantastic opportunity for us to get together, for us to show the professionalism, the expertise our airmen display every day here at Nellis in preparing joint war fighters to compete and win, which is exactly what the Raiders do. So it's a great partnership where we get to learn from each other and bond and build those strong community partnerships between Nellis and the Las Vegas community.
Here you go, man. We have so much stuff that we do on a day-to-day that sometimes it can slip our mind, the work and the service that they do to keep us safe and to allow us to enjoy the freedoms that we have and to see, what they do and how they go about serving us the way that they do mean a lot, and it keeps that perspective in my mind, like these people are really fighting for us and putting their lives on the line for us, and that's something that should always be taken into consideration.
Good stuff there by the Raiders as always. Eric Allen and I are not done. Raiders Game Day rolls on right after the break.
This segment of Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. Twitch. Watch. Discover. Join in. Modelo. A taste that's pure gold. Brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. And by Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com.
Hey Raider Nation, this is AJ Cole. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy some time with family and make sure that plate is full.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's your man Darius Farland, man, and I'm coming to you live just to wish y'all a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone fulfill their joy with meals.
What's up, Raider Nation? This is Darren Waller. Just wanted to wish all you guys a happy Thanksgiving. While you're eating all that food, make sure you give some thanks too.
What's up, Raider Nation? Kenyon Drake here, running back for the Las Vegas Raiders. Just want to wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, Raider Nation, it's Josh Jacobs. I just want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving.
Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. Silver and Black making sure no one misses a meal.
That's right. That's right. Everybody get full.
I can tell you the Silver and Black faithful, Raider Nation, very full on a day like this, following that 36-33 overtime victory in Dallas. Dare I say a season-saving win, EA.
Without a doubt, season-saving win. The turkey and the yams taste a lot better right now with a big W against the Dallas Cowboys. And this was kind of game that can turn that season around. You know, the AFC West right now is kind of crumbled up here. This is a way for this Raiders football team to start to emerge again, have some confidence about what they're doing on both offensively and defensively.
So with the dub in the pocket, let's take a look at what's next for the Raiders. And as we talked about last week, everything is still in front of this football team.
Right in front. Right in front. Everything you need. Washington football team, of course. Kansas City Chiefs, we got to get back what we gave away. Cleveland Browns. But all these football teams have a side of the ball that is really going to be something we need to pay attention to. Again, I think the Cleveland Brown game, again, they're a team that's in the playoff hunt on the AFC. So is the Kansas City Chiefs. But we cannot sleep on the Washington football team or the Denver Broncos. Can't sleep on those teams. I know everyone's going to be focused on KC, but you got to get back, get some turkey, get off the airplane, and get a really good week of practice and get ready for that Washington football team.
And what a difference a few days can make. After, that loss, you get a win. Now, all of a sudden, everything seems in reach. And when you look at these AFC West standings, again, right there, Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers still on the schedule, plus a litany of AFC teams to to help with those tiebreakers in the playoff seeding.
Yeah, it's all on us. Again, we have the momentum right now, and it's really back in our hands. It's what we can do. We don't have to really scoreboard watch as much. Still going to do a little bit of it, right? But again, it's really about what we do each and every week from here on out. This win on Thanksgiving gives us a great opportunity to emerge as getting hot again.
And following a win on Thanksgiving, a lot to be thankful for. I know I'm thankful to be here breaking down the X's and O's with you on here in Raiders Game Day, but I am just keeping the spot warm for our friend and colleague, Aaron Coscarelli. We send our best wishes out to her
Raider
family.
Nation, always give your thoughts and prayers out to Aaron as she goes through the difficult time. We love you, Aaron. We got a win for you, too.
Bringing that dub home to Las Vegas. Now, the Raiders still have plenty to get done this season, but doing it with a win makes it just a little bit easier. That's going to do it for us here on Raiders Game Day. He is Eric Allen. I'm Vince Sapienza. We will see you next time.